If you're new to Marvel Rivals, you're probably wondering, which are the best heroes to start with? So today we're diving into the best heroes for beginners. These characters are easy to learn, incredibly fun to play, but most importantly, they contribute positively to every team composition. Whether you're here for strategy tips or just trying to figure out which hero fits your playstyle, you've come to the right place, so let's get started. Let's start with Duelists. They are the scrappy damage dealers of Marvel Rivals, and in some ways they can be seen as the DPS characters of the game. For new players, Duelists are appealing because they are simple to understand. You find the enemies, you take them down, you take control of the map objective. The best Duelist for a new player is, without question, the Punisher. His kit is incredibly familiar, and anyone who has played a third-person shooter will be able to get a feel for his kit nearly instantaneously. If you're coming from Overwatch, he's very similar to Soldier 76, a straight-up aim and shoot style of hero. He's got two weapons. One is a ranged assault rifle, and the second is a powerful close-range shotgun. Each of these weapons gives him an ideal choice in most firefight situations in Marvel Rivals. His passive helps you track enemies that leave your vision, and he's able to set up a turret for more sustained cover fire. And if you're worried about complicated ultimate abilities, you need not worry here. The Punisher's ult is literally just turning into an even bigger gun that does even more damage. So overall, thanks to his familiar playstyle, he's a great hero for beginners looking to get started in Marvel Rivals. If you think you can pick off opponents from a variety of different positions, Squirrel Girl just might be an excellent choice for you. While her kit is relatively straightforward and beginner friendly, she rewards high skill cap players with the ability to ricochet her attacks off of the environment. She has some mobility, and her abilities offer her team some utility beyond that of a traditional duelist. Scarlet Witch also deserves a shout out here thanks to her very straightforward kit and her incredibly easy to aim primary attack. She's also got some evasiveness built in, and an ultimate that'll wipe squads of new players, at least until they learn to burst her down at the sound of her voice. Next up are the Vanguards, and these are the tanks with high hit points and the ability to absorb tons of damage and punishment. They are the frontliners, plowing through enemies and creating space for the Duelists and the Strategists to do their thing. The best Vanguards for new players are, without question, Doctor Strange, Magneto, and Venom. All of them fit the role of damage-absorbing frontliners perfectly, and they all do a great job of protecting your team, and in the case of Magneto and Doctor Strange, they even have protective barriers. While on the surface, Doctor Strange and Magneto may seem similar, they are in fact very nuanced in their differences in how they play. While I definitely recommend you try both, I tend to prefer Doctor Strange for new players as I think that his kit is very fun and has some interesting depth to it. His ultimate is also a team fight winner, which is especially helpful in the early stages of your Marvel Rivals career. The added complexity from Doctor Strange comes from his min-maxing of his secondary abilities, and of course, learning how to use his portal with good effectiveness, but that all comes with experience. He's a great tank that's definitely worth playing. And now we've got to talk about Venom. He's got an awesome kit with an AoE slow that allows him to get up close and personal while also dealing solid damage and taking a ton of it as well. He has an AoE ultimate that can catch opponents off guard, and he's just an overall great hero to play. And now we get to the Strategists. While some people might think that they're simply healers in Marvel Rivals, I'm here to tell you that they're way more than that. While healing is often a core component of their kits, they also provide disruption and contribute to the team in very unique ways. With that being said, as a new player, it just so happens that the Strategists focus more on the healing side of things are in fact more straightforward to play. This includes Adam Warlock, Rocket Raccoon, Jeff the Baby Landshark, Luna Snow, and Mantis. It might surprise you that I've listed off so many names, but the truth of the matter is that the Strategist class is relatively beginner friendly as a whole, with kits that are generally less complex than their Vanguard and Duelist counterparts. Of that group that I just named, I would absolutely recommend Rocket Raccoon. His entire kit is simply a boon to your team, with decent damage, great healing, a revival, and a solid teamfight ultimate that boosts your team's damage output. Although he's squishy, he's also very mobile and surprisingly survivable. His healing orbs have generous AoE effects, and as a result, he's very intuitive to play. He's the perfect beginner strategist hero. Mantis and Luna Snow are also great choices, as they both do tremendous healing numbers and have a straightforward play pattern. Mantis does require some solid headshot accuracy if you tend to min-max her healing, while Luna Snow is a little more forgiving, although you still have to target your primary heal. Adam Warlock is a blast to play and has some of the highest healing outputs of any strategist. His skills do require some practice and timing to get right, especially his ultimate, but he's a very rewarding hero to play and still a very beginner-friendly choice. It's also notable that Adam Warlock's skills are relatively straightforward to aim, with a lot of auto-targeting and auto-aim assistance. As for Jeff, I just want to say that I think that a lot of new players will gravitate towards this wonderfully cute baby Landshark, and while he's still a good beginner choice, his kit is surprisingly nuanced, and maxing out his healing potential does require a great degree of positional knowledge and aiming his healing bubble effectively. Don't get me wrong, Jeff is still a great choice, but be warned, he's deceptively more challenging to play effectively than meets the eye, especially when you consider that his ultimate, if misplayed, can potentially disrupt your allies' plans at critical points in the game. And that's the list of the best beginner heroes for new players in Marvel Rivals. I hope you find this video helpful, and let me be amongst the first to say welcome to Marvel Rivals. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on that next one.